Hey guys, so quick trigger warning. This episode does mention eating disorders, mental illnesses, depression, and we were a bit insensitive in this episode, so I just wanted to give y'all the heads up. But other than that, enjoy it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't gotta watch it. But enjoy this episode of BPD Interludes. Welcome! Yay, okay. I'm not wearing my mic, so I don't know if you could hear me good. Can you hear me fine, Lucy?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. But hey, guys, we're back. And if you didn't realize, what you should have realized, we have a new cover. So yes, I'm so excited about that. It was kind of like it honestly didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna take. So I'm very grateful and I love it so much. And now we're just on our way to being fucking famous. So
And getting our Chanel sponsorship.
yeah. Well,
and Dior.
We'll see, because I've actually decided that I'm not gonna hold back. And I'm just gonna talk, and if y'all don't fucking like it, well, then you can fucking leave, cause
I am in no way affiliated with her. This is actually a hostage negotiation situation. So I'm being forced to do this podcast under my will. I'm a hostage, actually.
But yeah, so I'm gonna let Lucy take it away this episode, like all the other fucking
like every episode. But
correct you.
So I wanted to kind of get into the talking points of our 20s, because we are in fact in our 20s, our early 20s, and I wanted to kind of get into the highs and lows and like things that I've kind of seen that are different versus like when I was a teenager, and like the changes I've gone through and just what I'm kind of going through now. So I feel like being in your 20s is fun. It's really fun if you make it fun, but it's different. It's very different from being a teenager because there's so much more responsibilities. So like for everybody that's like, I can't wait to turn 18, I can't wait to be an adult, blah blah. Like you will regret that. You will regret that. Like I wish I could go back to like being a teenager a lot. There was just so much more freedom that came with it. And I thought being an adult there'd be more freedom, but and there is, but it's like due to like because you owe so much to your responsibilities, you don't really have that freedom that you think you do.
Yeah. I 150% agree. Like I feel like a lot of people, they get embarrassed when they talk about like how they could how they wish that they could revert back to their like youthfulness and like just like being in your teens and things like that. And I get embarrassed by it too, because I don't want to be one of those people that are like, I loved high school. Da, da, da. And I'm not saying that my high school experience was amazing. It wasn't like anything grand, but I feel a little like childish when I say that. But I do feel that way. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I don't know. Like, I don't like admitting that I miss my teen years, because it makes me feel like I'm not progressing, or that was my peak. I don't think it was my peak, but I liked not having so much responsibilities. And I feel like, well, with our podcast name, we didn't just pick it spontaneously. I do feel like entering my early 20s, I've experienced, or at least been more cognitive and more aware of like my mental illnesses in a way that maybe I kind of brushed aside when I was younger. And I do miss the feeling of being so naive, I guess, because now I feel like I'm so conscious and I'm so aware of myself and my actions and what I hold on to and what I let go. And I feel like I just harbor so much, like, I don't know. I I don't know. But yeah, I definitely feel like we need to normalize like this feeling, because I never expected to feel so, I don't know how to explain it. But I think you kind of get where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like nothing could have prepared me for how I feel now. And it's just like at one moment I'm super happy, super joyful. And just like Lucy said, like life is what you make of it. But it's so hard to make it a good experience when you are a young
So mentally ill.
yeah, a young woman that's mentally ill and just experiencing everything so fresh because even if you had this experience, like even like for example, heartbreak, which is the easiest thing that I could talk about. Even if you experience heartbreak when you were a teenager, it's nothing like the heartbreak that you'll experience as an early 20s woman going into it because you feel like I don't know, it's just more vulnerable and you feel like you're experiencing everything new because you have all this freedom, but then really you don't. It's just so complicated. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like our emotions are heightened, and it's like you're entering a new world of um how do I want to say this, temptation and like freedoms, and it can be really overwhelming if you don't learn how to balance it. And the same with your emotions as you're getting older. And I think like mental illness has gotten so much worse for me as I've gotten older, because it was brutal in high school, but now I feel like it's good and it's bad, but
I just feel
I
way more aware of my mental illness now than I was. Like I've always like known like something was wrong with me, but after going to therapy, even before therapy, I knew something was genuinely wrong with me. But even before that, like I feel like being more aware and more cognitive of everything now just makes everything so much more difficult because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just feel like I'm aware of it, so I indulge it more, or at least I know that I'm aware of what I'm indulging, so it makes it worse. I don't know.
yeah. And like I don't know if this is necessary because I know this ties into like mental illness, like the being like having BPD and bipolar, like the whole spending situation. But I feel like that could also contribute to being in your 20s, because when you're working and you're kind of like, I know a lot of people who are in their 20s, and yeah, essentially you'd be in school, like college, while you're younger. But I feel like a lot of people I know, they didn't go to college, they just went to high school and then went into working. And I feel like with money, it's so easy, especially in my 20s. And I know it's part of my mental illness so heavily, but my spending habits have gotten so much worse.
Well, I never had I've never had good spending habits, but my spending habits, Lucy knows my spending habits are god awful. And I feel like people don't understand, like, it's very easy to be like, oh, you need to, like, the cornballs that are on fucking TikTok that I see you need to invest in stocks and Bitcoin and all that stuff. And it's so easy to say that when you have the savings for it and you have that, when you
Mm,
are so incapable of just even saving $5. Like, bro, I'm gonna be so dead honest with everyone here. I am like negative in my bank account constantly. And it's not because I don't have a job. It's not because I'm a bum. It's because I am so irresponsible with money. I max out my credit cards. I my bank account is negative every single time, like 3 days after I get paid. Like it's awful. And it's because I don't know how to kind of reel myself back in and kind of be, I don't know, I guess I'm like delusional about how much money I have when I really don't have that much. And it's like I know that I don't have that much, but I still willingly spend it anyways because I don't care about the consequences. And the consequences I don't see immediately. So of course I don't care. I don't care about getting a fucking apartment, even though I do. I don't care about, oh, excuse me. I don't care about getting, anything like that right now because I don't receive immediate gratification from a good credit score. You know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
that's just how my brain processes things. And because I am so fucked in the head, I was like, I don't know, like it's just like I get like this little like serotonin boost, kind of like when you eat like a meal and you're just like, yummy, I want to eat again and again and again and again. That's how I feel about spending money. And it's so bad.
I could buy like a pen and get a pen that like just a pen, and I can get serotonin from that. Like any little thing. That's what scares me, is like I just have to buy something.
Like
Like
I can't go and like put gas in my car without being like, a little Starbucks drink would would go real good with this. Like, and it's like bitches will be like, oh, I'm romanticizing my life, but bitch, I'm ruining mine. Like them Starbucks drinks be fucking adding up.
there's just something so good about the Starbucks drinks. But
Yeah.
I also, my mindset also is like I will always get money. Like I will always have money. And it's always, and not to say that this is everybody, but like every time I'm like about to run out of money, I'm about to be down, I somehow get money, whether it's like FAFSA, whether like the last week, my other job that I had just quit, I forgot. I was like about to, I had like $20 in my account and I needed to buy something. And I totally forgot I had a last check coming from that job. Suddenly I had like 250 in my bank account. Like it's just like the little things, like I'll randomly get money and I'm like, I will always have money, like,
Yeah.
and then I got a credit card and now I'm like, my credit card will cover me.
Like for me, I don't care about like being irresponsible and all that stuff because I'm just like, well, I know I'll be rich. Like that's literally my mindset. And it could be so far from the truth, which I don't think it is because I think I'm really smart. And I think if I push myself and pressure myself, that's the thing. If I push myself and do that, I know that I'm not worried about my future, like in that aspect. But like it's really toxic to think that way and not have the funds to back you up when you're young because I feel like delusion fuels me. And I guess bitches will be like manifestation, manifestation, but like you also gotta like hold some realistic grounds. Because now, bitch, you're just gonna be in psychosis your whole life. And that was me all of 2020. So but also,
Yeah.
what I wanted to, because I was thinking about this whenever I was driving home, and I was just like, bro, I feel like what I'm, one of the things that I'm most insecure about is my lack of femininity. Femininity. I feel,
I think about this all the time.
I feel like I am a very feminine girl. I like to get dressed up. I like to look pretty. I like to do my hair. But I feel like anytime I interact with a man, especially a man, because I feel like I when I compare myself to a man, I don't see much differences because I will treat a man like trash. Like I will talk to him and be like, you don't know how like disgusting I feel being like, oh, I'm not ready for nothing serious. Even though there's nothing wrong with that, like I feel like that's just such a manly thing to think, I guess. And I am not. I feel like I am so masculine in my personality that whenever I am like liking a man or something like that, I don't know how to like bring that down. And I know that that's just a way of protecting myself. I know that that's like a defense mechanism, but I feel like a good part of it is my personality too. I am like very, I don't know. Like I don't like I get compliments a lot being like, "Oh, you seem like you're like a bad bitch," like but not like a bad bitch like yes a bad bitch but like a strong bitch. And I don't want to be a strong bitch. I want to be like just like submissive, not like entirely where I'm like bimbified, but like you get what I mean. Like I want to feel
Mm.
like very feminine in myself and feel, but I know that I'm not. And I feel like I am insecure about that because I don't know, like I don't know how to, I know that a man wants that. And it's not necessarily that I care what a man wants, but I do. It's just like, there's just a lot of aspects to it, but I do feel very uncomfortable with how masculine I am because I feel like it pushes people away because I am pushing people away. I don't know. Does any of that make sense? I'm not sure if it does.
Yeah, it does. But for me, I feel like it's different. Like, I don't really like my femininity in the presence of a man. I don't really feel like I'm not feminine or anything like that. But like, I feel like it's more in the presence of girls where I get that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm around, like, I feel like I know sometimes I've heard this saying before, but I do feel this way. I know that my personality at times could be really ugly, and I am very self-conscious of that because it's like something that like I know like I feel like whenever I'm just like talking to like people and all this stuff, oh, there's just like this fucking ad that popped up on my screen. I feel like I'm cosplaying as like this girl that I'm not. Like I feel like especially with like girls that are very nice. I feel like I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretending to be like super nice and super like whatever, but I know I'm not. Like I know I'm like vile. I know I'm sick. Like literally, there was. I'm gonna give you an example. It's like not the worst thing I've ever done, but like bitch, trust me, I've done worse. But there's this person at the there was this person at the Starbucks drive-through, and they were just like, my fucking order. And I'm like, that is not a good fucking thought to have. Like I know that, and like trust me, I'm working on that. But like those are like the first thoughts that come into my head. Like I know that I'm not a good person. I don't claim to be, but it makes me uncomfortable knowing that I'm not, and I'm pretending that I am around people that are. I guess
Yeah.
they're pretending too. Like I don't know. I just feel like nobody could genuinely be that nice. I don't know.
No. It's nice people scare the shit out of me.
They fucking irritate the fuck out of me. Like I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And I'm not saying like I'm like a total fucking bitch. Like I'm not like the worst fucking person in the world. Like you cry in front of me, I'll most likely like I will feel empathetic. I will feel sympathy. I will try to work on a solution with you. If you like all these things, but like I feel like there's always a part of me that I just won't care as much as the person cares. Or
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I fake caring. I don't know. But yeah,
And I don't mean to say that I don't like nice people in the sense of like if they're just being kind for like just in that situation, that's fine. I don't like nice people though who and I guess like I was having this thought like happy people scare the shit out of me. And it's the sense of like people that act like nothing bad ever happens and they act like they don't express any sense of like actual emotion. Like it just feels like I'm like an audience, like a front row audience to like a play. Like
and
and
I
they're
felt that way my whole life, but especially in my 20s, I feel like I am. I this is I guess different, but like the same. I feel like I don't have any control of my life, and I feel like maybe at some point I can gain control, but I feel like a lot of times I'm just watching my life pass me by, and I'm just watching it. It's like I'm not even control. I'm not even the main character. I'm just watching myself, and I'm watching life pass, and it's just like the and then
this is literally what I told my therapist. This is exactly what I said.
and sometimes I feel like I make impulsive bad decisions as kind of like a way to be like, haha, I guess you couldn't guess a plot there, or like something like that, or like it'll just I'll be so thrown off from something so fucking mundane and so simple, and I feel like everything is just passing me by, and I'm just like a passerby in my own fucking life, like I'm just a bystander in my own fucking life, basically. Then I'm just like, okay, well I have to like do something, and so I hang out with the guy that I know doesn't give a fuck about me, and I know that I don't give a fuck about him too. Or I'll hang out with the guy that has a girlfriend, and like it's just like you know what I mean. It's just like I'll make constant bad decisions, and I know they're bad, but I will do it because it's just like it makes me feel something because I feel nothing a lot of the times. Like I just feel absolutely nothing, and I just feel like that just can't be normal. So I'll do the most outlandish, outrageous fucking shit. Like I'll argue with my fucking dad, who's a fucking angel to me, and I'll be the biggest fucking bitch. I'll be the biggest fucking bitch to the people around me. I will prioritize people that don't give a fuck about me, and it's all just for like I don't know why. I guess to feel something. I'm not really sure, but it's not like I'm conscious of it, but I am. I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like a big mess in my life right now. And I feel like whenever I am happy, I totally forget that I ever felt this way. And then when I
Yeah.
again, it feels so brand new and fresh, and I feel like I'm in this dark hole again, and it's just like it feels like I never experienced it before, which makes me feel like I can never get out of it. But yeah, all this before you go get an oil change, huh? Let's see.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, let's hurry up and make this fucking podcast because I gotta get an oil change. I was like,
And
okay.
I'm paying with my credit card because the bitch got $20 in her account, maybe $20.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
actually so disgusted with I spent all my money this week. I had like $200. I spent it on like Auntie Annie's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's. Like actually I have an issue. So
Y'all want to know how fucking negative I am, or should I keep that private?
that's up to you.
I'm negative $628.21 in my account right now. You see what I mean? Like that's not normal, like at all. One, two. But
My mom scares me too fucking much to go negative. No, I
well,
can't.
access to any of my accounts. So
My mom doesn't have access to my accounts either, but I pay her money and all that and everything, and she'll know.
credit card. So she doesn't know that. She knows that I haven't paid my credit cards. She knows that I haven't paid one credit card on time this month. But for the most part, I'm good at paying my credit cards off. But I do max them hoes out. So
Yeah. But in the sense of femininity, I just feel like I haven't really felt pretty in a while. And it's like also I feel like I'm past the point of male validation. Like I've gotten it to like I feel like I've gotten it not in its fullest capacity because I feel like with fullest capacity I consider that like marriage or like a genuine relationship. But I feel like I've gotten so much male validation at this point in my life right now, and it's still not doing anything for me. And it's like femininity wise, like I guess like and I don't want to say like, oh, to be feminine you have to like this and this, but like I feel like, I'm very girly.
yeah.
Like I love the color pink. Like almost everything I have is pink. And then like I love like just girly things, like getting my nails done, all that. But I haven't done that stuff in a while and I feel just so disgusting. So like just not myself. Like I would love to get my hair done, get my nails done, get my lashes done. But also in the sense I'm broke right now, so I can't. But I just feel like doing those little things make me feel closer to my femininity and just feeling pretty because I feel like they kind of coexist with feeling pretty at the same time. And I don't know if it's like problematic to say, which I don't care, but
It's
I
not
just
problematic. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that problematic bullshit. I'm gonna speak honestly. Like, I feel ugly when I'm fat. I'm being so fucking serious. I feel ugly when I'm fat, and I know that I haven't been body wise where I want to be. And there's nothing wrong with saying that, but admitting it to yourself is bad. Like, I don't think I'm the fattest like person ever in the world. I know that I'm not. Realistically, that's not true. And I don't think the people around me think that. But whenever I'm not comfortable myself, it does make me feel less feminine. It makes me feel like I don't value myself as much, and that leads me to not take care of myself. So it's just like a cycle. So for me, femininity, unfortunately, in my head, they're linked, and it doesn't mean that they're linked for me. And because I see people that are like not to be fucking rude, but I see people that are so fucking fat, and I'm just like, oh, they look so beautiful. Like they look, but like for me, like if I weigh over like uh, I'm not gonna say a number, but if I weigh over this certain amount, it's like, oh my god, I feel so fucking fat, enormous, and then da, da, da. And I
that's
know,
how I feel.
yeah, I know that that weight is different for different people depending on your body, but I'm a small girl, so really any number, like, I'm not gonna give one out because I feel like that will make people feel self conscious about themselves. But like, yeah, because I don't know, whenever people throw out numbers and bitches will be like, I weigh more than 120. I want to kill myself. Like, I know I don't weigh 120. I've never weighed 120 in my life, but like, my number is a lot smaller than, my mom's and all these other people. So it's just like, I wouldn't say like, oh, if my number is under this, then I feel fat. Like, I'm not going to put out a number,
Yeah. I
but
know
that me.
like yeah. I and it's like I don't see like me. I'm just unhappy with my body, and it's for everybody. Like, and I know I'm a big girl. I'm not small, and my thing is, and I could be fine with it if I wore my weight well, but I don't feel like I do. And I see girls that could be bigger than me, maybe the same size as me. They look like they wear it so well. Like they dress so good. The clothes look so
It,
good on them.
a lot of it has to do with confidence and knowing your body. I feel
Yeah. And I just am not there. I just don't. I don't really. And I've tried. I feel like I've been more okay with it than I was in high school, but I really want to do like make a change. And honestly, like I want to start. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the gym tonight, but and it's not even necessarily the gym. It's the eating habits that is the hardest.
yeah.
Like I'm sorry. Like and I feel like a lot of these people, like these gym culture people, whatever, they lie to themselves when they're sitting here fucking frying carrots and putting like salt on it. Like this is the same as chicken wings. Like
But
we're
but
like
that's
no.
disorder, to be honest. I don't feel like that necessarily is an eating disorder, but bitch, you eating less than like 300 calories a day is a fucking eating disorder. And
Yeah.
like, but but yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Mm.
that's super intense to just get into. But yeah,
I like I know like in my head I know like I'm going to have like a body that I'm happy with once my mind aligns with like that that goal. I will have it. I am one of the like I know I'm one of the strongest people. I'm one of the most driven people. Like when I want something, I get it. Like I've always been that way. But I know at some point I will get that. And the same with like being like wealthy. Like I know I will be wealthy. Like I am such a smart person. I'm so like like I will get it. And I just have to take the steps to reach those goals. Because it's so easy to sit here and say, I want this, I want this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. But it's like you have to be the one to actually take those steps to it.
yeah, and can we all just stop fucking lying and being like, "Oh, I'm on the weight. I'm here to lose weight because I want to be healthy." No, bitch, you don't want to be healthy. You want to be skinny. I'm sure healthy is a part of it, but bitches need to stop fucking lying and saying that shit because whenever I say it, I don't fucking mean that. I mean I want to be skinny, and I want to be skinny in a way that it doesn't matter what well, I want to be skinny in a way that it doesn't matter how I get skinny. I just want that, and I know that my idea of skinny is super unhealthy, and that's something that I have to work on my own. So trigger warning for all that. But I do get in habits where like unfortunately my idea of weight loss or like the way that I lose weight is I just won't eat for like 3 days and then I will feel better about myself. And that's not good. That's not something that you should do, but it's
Yeah.
what I do. And it's just like, so whenever I feel fat, it means that I've eaten too much. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, so then what I need to do to get skinny or to feel skinny, because really the numbers aren't that crazy different, but to just starve myself. So it's something that I'm working on. I'm trying to like do stuff healthy, but it's really hard to just like fight old habits. So so yeah, especially because I'm not like super thin or anything like that. I do have a body. I have a body. I have boobs. I have an ass. But it's just like, I don't know. When I feel like too thick, I'm just like, okay, well, and then I want to become like Kate Moss, and that just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Man.
I think I don't know, like I border like on the line being skinny, wanting to be skinny again, like trigger warning, like this isn't us encouraging you to feel this way or feel bad about your body, but this is us being open about our thoughts. And if you can't handle that, then I don't recommend listening. But I border on between wanting to look like Bella Hadid versus wanting to look like SZA. And I think both have beautiful bodies. And like Doja Cat, like I remember Doja Cat was my dream body. And I still think it
I
kind of
gave the
is.
soul to this. No.
Like I I want to be more slim, thick. And I don't even think at times I would just be happy if I could fit into a size. Like whether it's extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, like in that proportion, I'm trying to at least change my mindset to that so it feels less overwhelming instead of a weight goal.
Yeah.
Like I want to like if I want to be like, oh, I just want to be able to fit into a medium. Like if that's the mindset, I feel like that's a better mindset to have. It's less stressful just to say that. So
Yeah. We got 8 minutes left, so I don't know if you want to finish on
get into
topic.
get in yeah. But so as for the whole being in your 20s parts though, I really recommend making friends, and whether it's one friend or two or like 20, having friends because that shit can get so lonely if you don't have friends. And
Yeah,
it's like,
point in my life where I really don't have friends. I only talk to Lucy, and like this is not to like throw you under the bus or nothing like that. It's not really throwing you under the bus, but like me only being friends with you, I know that that's not good because I don't really care to hang out with my other friends and things like that. And it's just like I feel like I'm just gonna be in my room alone. And there are times where like I get like I don't know, like I just get like dark because it's very easy to feel alone, especially like being so young. So it's just like I've never really been alone in my life. So it just feels like a different chapter because it feels like I'm pushing everyone away. And in my youth, I felt like I had a lot of people around me all the time. So for that to be such a stark difference to how I am now and how I'm feeling now, it does put me in a very, very dark place. But to Lucy's point, you if you feel that way, one, you cannot be codependent and you cannot pressure someone to feel like they have to take care of you or they have to worry about you. A good friend will do that on their own, but that doesn't mean that they have to like prioritize you. You really shouldn't focus on being anyone's priority. You should just focus on being your own priority. And then two, to Lucy's point, like you need to like if you want to feel a difference, you need to make a difference. And I think that's where I am right now. It's hard to do that, trust me, I know. But like you have to at least make the attempt. And to like Lucy's point, like I feel like you've been making a lot more friends and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm happy for you because I know how fucking like shit it feels to just be like all alone.
yeah,
So yeah, so I'm at a point right now where it's hard for me to make friends just because of everything that I mentioned earlier, just knowing that like I feel like I'm putting on like a facade or something like that whenever I meet new people. So it's hard for me to do that, but it's definitely a goal of mine. So yeah.
it's hard because a lot of people this day and age, they only want to like have a friend just for that moment. And then like a lot, what I've noticed is a lot of people just want to follow her on Instagram. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
so
And I just don't but the thing is like I also don't if I don't click with someone, I don't care about like a longing close friendship. I don't care about
yeah,
friends that are like I have a longing close meaningful friendship with. Like I really don't give a fuck about that. I just want friends to hang out with because I feel like honestly I feel like you're my only friend that I feel like genuinely knows like me. Like in all like its insanity. And I don't feel like I want to give anyone any more access to it. Like if they do naturally,
yeah,
then obviously, but it's not like something that I long. It's not something that I miss, like or I need. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay
yeah.
with just going to the club with someone. Like that's really all it like is. I don't give a fuck about none of that meaningful bullshit, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like I get annoyed way too easily to have like a friend that I can genuinely be around and like it's in their full capacity. Like I just get annoyed so much. Like you're the only person that I can really like talk to for this long and everything and it like not be weird or awkward. Like I think you're the only person I'm like 100% comfortably myself with.
Yeah. And I think a big part of it is because we really do just talk and we just kind of like if you give whatever, like bitch, you could say anything crazy and then I'll just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Like
Yeah,
you know,
like this
like
friendship has like no judgment.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm glad that you feel the same. But me and Lucy have already talked about this. Like we both share a lot of the same mental illnesses and we share a lot of the same mindsets. So it's easy for that,
Yeah.
I guess. But
You want to get into media?
yeah, we got like almost 3.5 minutes left. So I guess I'll get into my media and we'll kind of speed run it. Lucky Star by Madonna, Everything She Wants by Wham, Brooklyn Baby by Lana Del Rey, and Million Dollar Man. Also, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then movies that I watched Oppenheimer, and that shit was way too fucking smart for me. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I was very excited to see it, and I did like the parts that I understood. And I felt like I had a monkey brain because I was just like, with the one scene that had the like trial bomb, I was like, I felt like, ooh, like finally something interesting happened. But yeah. I mean, there's more bits and pieces that I could get into about the movie, but I know y'all don't give a fuck about that. But that's my media of the week.
Yeah. My media is probably No Bars by City Girls JT, and then Deli by Ice Spice, and Off to the Races by Lana Del Rey, and This Was What Makes Us Girls, also by Lana Del Rey. And my media movie wise, I've watched so much. So um let me think. Alien Covenant, Prometheus. Uh I did what was it? Beau is Afraid. That movie was so fucking crazy. Um I'm thinking show wise, I finally finished Yellow Jackets. I'm watching A Discovery of Witches right now and then Goblin. So
My media of the week is also Am I the Assholes on TikTok that I find all the time.
oh yeah, I watched Pearl, so and that
Yeah.
was
Oh
a
my
great
God. We needed to indulge in Pearl, but I guess we'll hold off for the next episode for that one because bitch, the way that we identify with Pearl is not fucking normal, but that's our bitch. So yeah. But that was our podcast for today, guys. I hope that you guys like the cover. Um our two followers right now is just me and Lucy. So hopefully we will get them to change soon and hopefully the cover will fucking do that. But yeah.
yes.
All right, guys. Well, this episode was a little more intense than I expected. So um next time around we'll try to make you bitches laugh. But yeah. Alrighty. Do you got any finishing sentiments, Lucy?
Um, honestly, not really. Everybody get drunk for me, have a drink.
Yeah. Yep, guys. So less than 1 minute. So yeah. Bye.
Bye.